News: Cary Tagawa was not always meant to play Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat 11. Now, he was not cast in the role until later in the game's development cycle, according to my source, because the character would feature not only Tagawa's voice acting talents, but also his physical likeness. Several changes had to be made to the game. Shang Tsung was removed from the main roster of fighters so that he could later be added as DLC, which is downloadable content for those of you that don't know, and his character with the updated likeness. Now, this also caused a significant portion of the game's story to be altered, and Shang Tsung's part in that plot was removed. So with that being said, the story mode has been changed drastically, as Shang Tsung was supposed to be a part of the original story mode, but by him not being a part of the original story mode, we only ended up getting half of the game, and then the rest of the game came in the aftermath. So the real DLC that we were supposed to get was pushed back to MK12, and the other DLC pack that we were going to get was Council, and those characters are going to be used as base roster characters. Now, the aftermath story expansion features Shang Tsung as the main protagonist, which we know. Now, this is the first time in the series history that a major villain has assumed the primary role in the story from the player's perspective. The expansion contains the story elements that were re-scripted in the main game following Shang Tsung's removal from the original roster in late development, as mentioned earlier. These elements are expanded greatly in recognition and celebration of Cary Tagawa's reprising the role of Shang Tsung, with the story crafted specifically to showcase Cary's talent and widely believed representation of the iconic character. What that means in so many words, since NRS has inked the deal with Cary, they have decided to keep him on for further Mortal Kombat installments regarding Shang Tsung, and that's the reason why Aftermath ended the way that it ended. It was never the end. Aftermath was supposed to be a part of the base game. Again, it was supposed to be a part of the base game. So by the time we do end up getting DLC in Mortal Kombat 12, more than likely that DLC is going to be a part of setting up the next future or the perfect timeline, which was supposed to happen in this DLC for Aftermath. But due to the events that conspired, that's how we ended up not having what we were supposed to have, and we ended up with the version of the game that we have now. So don't get me wrong, Mortal Kombat 11 was a fantastic game graphic wise. The story was pretty much decent, but we all knew something was off with the story. There were plots in the story such as Hanzo being on the bridge and fighting in one of the chapters on Karen's ship when he was supposed to be dead, meaning that by the time they were able to get things together on this game, there was a lot of things that they had to leave in, such as plot holes. Another one I'm going to mention is when Kano was killed. Kano was killed in one of the chapters. He was supposed to be erased from existence. Nobody was even supposed to know that he existed except for Sonya. I believe it was Sonya or Cassie that killed him. You can correct me in the comment section below, but more than likely I believe it was Sonya, and everybody still remembered who he was. So there are a lot of things, again, that were not able to be fixed at that time. However, going forward in MK12, they have decided that they were going to move forward with the roster that they already have, because now they don't have to take and find all of these new people and get so much work done when you can just copy and paste the game, slap what you had as DLC as part of the main story, continue to work on that, and come up with new DLC packs, and all the stuff that you had planned, it shapes out to be a story mode right then and there, which puts them heavily ahead of schedule. Mind you, with everything going on in the world, them working on a new IP would have been next to impossible, because they have to do motion cap, such as recording things to put it in the game, to make sure that it worked properly, being around each other, being in the studio, all types of things. So them putting more investment into Mortal Kombat 12 and them having an anniversary come up to be the perfect excuse that they need, that's all the medicine that was required for them to put something together that the fans can love, the fans can utilize, and something that can set them above board on what they did for Mortal Kombat 11. Mind you, Mortal Kombat 11 did sell high numbers. They sold over 12 million copies. I will be doing a video on that also, so you want to make sure that you keep your eyes glued so we can have a conversation about that. I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. Do you feel Mortal Kombat 12 will be a copy and paste game with enhanced features such as character customization, a 50+ roster, more time travel, and things of that nature? Sound off in the comments and let me know what you think.